Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do a part 2, which I've seen on YouTube shots. Another 5 videos about what British primary schools does have. So we're going to get straight into it. So this is outside of primary school. This is side Ballamore. Paper towels. Ripped paper towels we used to dry our hands with. Yeah, I think my primary school definitely had that. Do you remember the famous paper towels sometimes we used to dry hands after bin to loo. Normally you had to put them in the bin, sometimes leave them on the floor, sometimes they get wet and the teacher would go crazy. So, or even, you know, when they had the bin weight, turn them up, you'd put paper in and it'd go on the middle thing and you'd spin it up and down. Oh, we had that in our boys' toilets. Teacher went, pick all the paper towels up. Used to always wet the floor even after we'd washed our hands. You'd literally do. Wash them. Normally you're meant to dry them in the sink. Sometimes your hands would end up on the floor and that. My teacher would go crazy. It's like one of those things when you shouldn't be laughing, but for some reason or for some strange or weird reason, you do end up laughing. Oh, the iconic book. Look, Biff, Kipper, Chip and Floppy the dog. Well, I had a few of those books in my time. Really good books, yeah. There's quite a few good stories, yeah. There must be some, I don't know if they still have them, but I know when I was in primary they did, but they were really good stories and really memorable as well. Yeah, there was one with balloons and all sorts. The climbing frame. Yeah, remember doing that on apparatus. I think I mentioned that in yesterday's vlog as well. The pea cones, right. I did show a couple yesterday, but this is all different colours. Where we lived to get our, we all used to fight to get our favourite colour and all that. I'd get anything over to the green colour, obviously. Benches that year 6 could sit on during assembly because we were like the older ones, but my primary school didn't have that, but I think you only used it for like school shows and class assemblies and that. Sometimes at times people could literally push or barge people off, you know, at times and that, even when you're trying to learn and all that lot, but you shouldn't do it. But it's like I was in the 2000s, so it's like a time where, it's like I said, things were bad, but we always were mischievous, but we always had respect at all times. Oh, Beryl, the pen felt tips. I mentioned it yesterday. I remember the little thin ones. This is the thick. Oh, I used to play with them. Getting the hit board. Oh, getting the little boards and doing a lot of writing. I think you used to be maths and all that lot on it. Oh, they were so much fun. You got to do like little things like drawing on it, even though you weren't meant to. At the time, you weren't paying attention. You'd be more focused on drawing, but if I'm the most important person in the world, well, nowadays it's more like an iPad or digital stuff. The glue, I used to play with the glue, that. Sometimes you used to play with your hands and all that lot. The lid. Having to find the lid on the glue, yeah. That was always so funny, yeah. Used to do like every prick stick with like little brush, like little glue, but that was so funny. This is another one primary school memories. But I didn't have to carry a bag when I was in primary. It was like the reading bags. The apparatus. Year 6 bench. Departure. I know we didn't do that, but I know, I think one class did, I think, on their class assembly, like the blowing up and all that lot. The goat school trip, off the school trips. PGL, I know that was in year 6, more like the Robin Wood, but I didn't go on the Robin Wood ones, but I know people in my year did. Wet paper towels, always mention that. Star of the week, used to get that quite a lot in the infant school. Star of the week for like working hard, and it was always signed by a teacher and awarded to, and normally the head teacher would sign it as well. Hot dinners, well, I didn't have hot dinners or school dinners in primary school, but that's what it looked like, the tray. Sometimes you'd tip it over and people would go, "Good memories." The picnic on the Hilda crew, that story a bit of Kipper and Will. Hit the button. I don't know if it's ever hit the button. If you like or subscribe. School disco, yeah, remember them? Yeah, I've been to a few of those. I think one of them was like, I think it might be while I was in infant school, do you know, little pyjamas and all that lot. Fun memories. TRR. That must have been when, that was like when I think the army had a Harry. I think it's when your teacher had its PPA and you'd have like a high level teaching system. You'd always do RE and all that a lot. Pen license, that was like probably for like writing the best all week. Building, yeah, building the playground. The glue stick with no lids. Now this one makes more sense, the glue sticks, yeah. I think you should twirl it up and after time the glue stick would go out of it. Velda, the shorter felt tip pens. K Holt. Every year 5 student walking into school assembly. Well, our classroom was on the edge of the hall, so we walked in. Time to sit down, bored. You'd be like, what would you like in year 5? Year 6, you'd be like, that was like year 5 and 6 going into assembly. This is the American.
To the school principal, and he said that it's too hot today, so you all have to go home. Miss Kelly, I can't find my baseball cap anywhere. I don't have my hat. Thank you, Miss Kelly. You're so kind. Meanwhile, in Great Britain. Oh, lovely. Please. Can we take our blazers off, please? No. Miss, but doesn't the school rule say that if it gets too hot, we can go home? That is just a myth. Keep your blazers on and do your work. All right? This is against our human rights, miss. And I'm taking a stand. Human rights? You can't even spell it, darling. Now put your jumper back on now. What are you going to do about it? I said, put your jumper back on, boy. Oh, that's wonderful. A little bit higher. Lovely. Thank you, Jack. Class, I've just spoken to the school principal, and he...
Yeah, obviously in America it's very warm all the time, but over in this country, it's, even when it's summer, having to like heat your blazer, but obviously you can never concentrate on that. You used to be able to, but I think some schools have got a bit strict on that. Yeah, so that's it for today's video, and if you like the videos, guys, as always, don't forget you can click the link below, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on all my social media channels, and I'll be back in soon for another Fun Filled Pack YouTube video.